Thanks for stopping by our channel. Twist of Fate Season 3 updates. We are very grateful having you guys around. Please, if you didn't subscribe before, then do it now and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified when we post a new video. Sunday the 20th of June 2021 update on Twist of Fate. Sarita Bayan waking up Ranbir and tells that Prachi has recorded the entirety in her mobile. Ranbir seems at Maya snoozing beside him. Sarita Bayan asks him to look how Chudale is sleeping and tells that till she wakes up, you'll be free from her trap. She asks him to get up. Sarita Bayan asks Shahana to invite Prachi to come back to corridor with the proof. Prachi tells Pallavi, BG and Aryan that she has accumulated the proofs towards Maya. BG appreciates her and says handiest you may do that. Pallavi says it truly is extremely good and says Ranbir can be free of Maya's clutches. She asks Aliya if she heard that Prachi has recorded Maya's confession. Aliya says this is exquisite and asks if Ranbir is gambling wholly out of doors. Sarita Bayan brings Ranbir there. Pallavi scolds him for consuming bang. Ranbir says I drank by way of mistake. BG says even Vikraman. He used to drink. Sarita Bayan asks them to test the video first. Pallavi assessments in Prachi's mobile and receives stunned. Prachi recollects Ranbir telling that he loves Prachi and will continually love her. Prachi asks what passed off. Pallavi asks how this could appear. Aliya asks her to growth or quantity. Prachi thinks Pallavi auntie must have seen that video wherein Ranbir confessed his like to me. She says it became Ranbir's mistake. Pallavi tells Prachi that there is no video in the phone. Aryan tests and says that there's no memory card in it. BG says what is taking place. Pallavi says did you've got memory card in the cellular. Prachi says the whole lot receives saved inside the card. BG asks did you deliver your phone to everybody. Prachi says no. BG says Chowbi should have achieved this. Pallavi says he's drowsing. Sarita Bayan says even Maya turned into dozing. Prachi tells that she felt as though a person is watching her and become behind her. Pallavi asks her to think if she lost herself or someday. Prachi remembers and tells that she slipped down close to the stairs and she or he felt that a person made her fall. She says that second phone fell down from her hand, however she found her phone in some time. Ranbir says someone took out the reminiscence card in the course of that time. Aryan seems at Aliya doubtfully. Aliya pretends to get a name and is going to her room. She thinks she can ensure that Prachi don't get Ranbir even though he gets married to Maya, the wedding might be damaged later. She maintains it in her handbag. Aryan involves Aliya and says you have taken Prachi's reminiscence card, right? Prachi recalls Pallavi scolding her the preceding time. Ranbir asks her no longer to fear and tells that we failed to recognize that Chowbi's circle of relatives may be so smart. Prachi says sorry to BG and Pallavi. BG and Pallavi ask her no longer to fear. She says they had been clever. Sarita Bayan tells that she noticed a person keeping eye on them. Pallavi says they need to be of criminal history and that's why so much risky. Prachi says we will pass. Ranbir says bye. Prachi says I failed to inform you, this all happened as you become drunk. Ranbir thinks what happened to her. Pallavi says you have always attempted to assist us and tells that it doesn't depend if the end result is awful. BG says no one can harm us until you are with us. Prachi hugs her. She appears at Ranbir and leaves from there. Mr. Chowbi comes down with his spouse and Maya and tells that they'll leave now. He asks them not to prevent them for dinner. Pallavi says why we are able to prevent you. BG says you need to be tired and asks them to go. Ranbir thinks why did Prachi get indignant on me. Aryan tells that Prachi had made that video with a good deal problem and tells that he saw her with Prachi's smartphone and you changed into standing there. Aliya asks do you want to say that I desired to thieve her cellular. Aryan says you stole her memory card. Aliya says Ranbir is like my son to me and asks. I understand how a lot essential this video is for Ranbir. Aryan says I actually have seen with my eyes. Aliya says it can be misleading. She asks him to give her a reason that she will be able to do this and makes him emotional. She says we're one family and I need to assist Ranbir. She says you concept me as a thief. Aryan receives emotional and says sorry. He hugs her and says sorry. Aliya asks him not to impeach her like this. Aryan says I will go and leaves. Shahana asks Prachi what befell among Ranbir and her. Prachi recalls and asks Shahana to let her sleep. Shahana says I know you've got proposed. Ranbir and he refused. Prachi says why I will endorse him and says she will now not advise him despite the fact that he is last. She asks shall I endorse Virat Kohli. Shahana says even he's Kohli and says there's some connection between you. Prachi says love and looks are exclusive. Shahana counts that he is handsome, have an awesome sense of humor and says he's going to preserve you satisfied, you may have honest kids. Prachi asks her to let her sleep. Shahana says Prachi proposed Ranbir and he refused. Prachi receives up and says Ranbir proposed me and I could not refuse. Shahana is taken aback. Shahana wakes up. Prachi teasing that she proposed Ranbir and he said a no. Prachi was angry and says that Ranbir truly proposed her, and he or she said a no. Shahana runs outdoor and tells the own family. Pragya and Sarita Ben were excited too. Sarita Ben asks why she failed to tell them approximately the proposal, and urges Pragya to call Ranbir's circle of relatives and fix a date for his or her wedding ceremony. She dials the quantity herself, and Pragya considers her as the elder. Sarita Ben speaks on cell phone about Prachi and Ranbir. She involves know that Ranbir told his circle of relatives already, and they are coming for Roka. Prachi became hit with the aid of pillow on her face, and realizes that it had been an afternoon dream. Shahana asks where she got lost. Prachi adjustments the topic. Afterwards, Prachi silently thinks she may not inform anybody about Ranbir's thought, in any other case they'll get her married. Ranbir involves Abhi's room. He requests Abhi an advice. Abhi appears skeptical, and senses it's a rely of affection and coronary heart. Ranbir became impressed. Abhi says he has gone via all such times in lifestyles whilst count number of heart grow to be rely of lifestyles. Ranbir tells Abhi that he confessed his like to the woman he likes. Abhi says it's proper. Ranbir says there's a hassle. Abhi silently thinks that it's identical with each love tale, the man involves female's father with his hassle. Ranbir changed into telling Abhi that she reacted pretty aggressively and went home with none fantastic reaction. Abhi thinks that as the motive Riya flew for a holiday. He tells Ranbir he is making an attempt to determine out what's wrong. It's everyday that she failed to react the way he anticipated. Girls are extraordinary, and each time it is approximately inspiration, they're worried. Ranbir became relieved that Abhi says she will come again. He will now sleep calmly. Abhi assures he'll fulfill all his dreams, and advises him to use sanitizer before sleep. When on my own, Abhi thinks that Riya is after him, but Kiara wasn't handiest after him, she become his Xerox. There Pragya sat with a photo of Kiara. Sarita Ben comes to the room and realizes Pragya appeared disenchanted. She turns to leave. Pragya offers Sarita Ben to sit down, she indicates her the photo of her elder daughter, Kiara. Abhi additionally sat with Kiara's image and kisses it. Sarita Ben compliments that Kiara is stunning. Pragya smiles that Kiara turned into the one who made her mom for the primary time. She never idea of residing without her, and now years have exceeded. Sarita Ben says now Prachi is her life. Pragya remembers that Kiara turned into a Xerox copy of her father. She loved the holy festival, became mischievous and constantly naughty, and demanded a specific lunch all day. She cries lacking Kiara. There, Abhi additionally remembers all the moments he had spent with Kiara. Mira who had come to the room says all of Abhi's daughters appear to be him. Abhi laughs that he has spoiled Riya. Mira asks if there is something in Riya that resembles Pragya, she has in no way met Pragya. Abhi tells Mira that Prachi is like Pragya, no longer Riya. Mira asks how. Abhi says there is Pragya's reflection in Prachi, if she meets Prachi, she is like Pragya. Though, no person can be like Pragya. It feels atypical that he isn't speaking approximately his own daughter, and rather discussing a person else's daughter. Aliya comes out of doors the room and smiles that as a minimum her brother is glad with Mira. Vikram comes domestic with a headache. He needs Pallavi a medicine. Pallavi says she instructed him there might be a hangover if he beverages. Vikram asks when she said this. She had no respond now. Ranbir comes there and complains to Pallavi that dad is constantly scolding Anita on telephone. Pallavi turned into insecure and asks who Anita is. Vikram explains to Pallavi that he handiest scolds her for calling him pointlessly, then asks Pallavi if she had given start to his enemy. Vikram throws a cushion towards Vikram but it feels near the door. They have been bowled over to peer Maya's mother and father there at the door. Vikram and BG have been unhappy, whilst Pallavi and Ranbir welcomes them. Maya's mother turned into appreciative in their open-mindedness, as their entire circle of relatives drink or even offered their daughter a drink. Maya goes to greet everyone, and became even equipped to the touch Ranbir's FT. Her father offers Ranbir time of 2 p.m. for mall, as they must do purchasing for their Sangeet. They depart. At home, Shahana demands Prachi all of the exchange cash she were given. Prachi receives a name from Ranbir. Shahana was inquisitive why she doesn't pick out up the decision. There, Ranbir became additionally stressed and desire that she selections up the decision. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to this new YouTube channel. Like, comment and please share to other social medias so that